Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and we're back with Starters Order 7, our main save. Tutorial save is up and running. And I did just go over all this in an intro that apparently stopped recording after a few seconds without me pressing any buttons, so I'm not sure. Still got a cough and a cold on week like 9 or 10 from what I thought was like a light cold into the full flu, into sinus infections and stuff. Throat infection, chest infection, now back into what feels like a light cold. So I'm hoping it's a nice bookend to everything, just to be like, we're getting done with this. We will see. Um, but yeah, one thing I wanted to touch on was out of the park. I've decided to take those videos down, and I'm not going to continue that series because there wasn't any response. You know, it was okay, like view numbers and everything was fine, but there wasn't there weren't any comments, and nobody was reaching out to me about that game or that save, and so I'd rather not continue putting that series up. And I don't really want those videos up, kind of reminding me that it's there, and me kind of feeling the pressure I put on myself then to like continue that series and continue making videos if it's not really what people want to see. So I'd rather not have the videos up at all, if that makes sense. So I pulled those down. I'm enjoying Out of the Park Baseball. I love Football Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Franchise Hockey Manager, and some parts of other games like other sports games, Madden, EAFC, PES, kind of more the management side of those games. I wish there was a good American football one. There really kind of isn't at the moment. And I kind of, you know, play Stars Order 7 in that same way. So there might be some more of those games going up, some kind of sports management, general manager, director, managing director, whatever, sports director terminology. You want to sort of wave around the role that people have in different sports that basically mean the same thing. You assemble the team, but you don't like manage the actual games or the matches or whatever yourself. And so, like I say, I manage the stables. I'm do the buying and selling and the breeding, bring everything together in starters orders, and then I'm hands off on race day, leaving it to the jockey, and I'm hands off in training, leaving it to the head lad. So, you know, this to my mind fits exactly into that same space as those sports management. But I get that there's obviously not much crossover between the two, and so I'll be playing probably those games offline more than uploading videos and series on them, because like I say, it didn't seem like it was something people wanted to see on the channel. What that does mean is, rather than me uploading those on the channel in set days, those days are now open. I'm not going to be putting up more starters orders to fill those. I was basically going to do like a 5 to 6 day upload schedule between starters orders out the park, and I was going to put franchise hockey manager on here, or maybe another football manager. When I kind of space the games out, there's just going to be gaps, so I don't expect a video every day. There's probably, I think, one a week um, is probably the minimum that will get uploaded if circumstances dictate that. Two a week is more likely where we're going to end up, especially at the moment with the tutorial season. But the tutorial save is very limited. I don't know how much I've got to teach in terms of tips, tricks, etc. about this game. Um, Once that goes, we should still be on 1 to 2 status orders video with this save. Maybe, this save will end, we put up another save. I don't know. At most, I think 3 videos a week is kind of the most I'm going to be doing. So I'm not going to be playing status orders that much, because I will get burned out, and I don't want to get to that point. So I kind of wanted to be upfront and kind of tell you where everything is. And there's a lot going on in life right now as well. Like, things are really difficult. Probably the most difficult period in my life so far. And I can't just bury myself in this game, even though it's tempting, or other games, to just kind of like get through stuff. I kind of, I do need to deal with some stuff as well, which is an ongoing process. So if circumstances change, I will keep you updated on those. But I thought, you know, we'll we'll kind of see how things go. But I am enjoying this. I don't want to let this save die. And it is getting good response. And the tutorial save, like I say, I think the first couple of episodes on that are up, and the next one should be the mods tutorial. So I'm prepping to do that. That might take me a little while extra. I thought it would be up before now, but lots of things happen. So yeah, that should be the next video up in that series. Without any further ado, because there's probably a good 5 minutes of ado so far. I want to jump back into this, and I know that we were kind of early season. We got our 2-year-olds there wins. We got some good ratings. Couple of really nice runs. I remember like Galette had a 8.5, and I think Green Goal got a 4. Yeah, 4.5. So I kind of remember broad strokes. I don't remember full details. It's been a little while since I played this. Like I said, I did jump into Out of the Park, which is still going on in the background for me personally. Um, so it might take a little while for me to get my head back in the right space of this. So yeah, I don't know where I want to start. Like the 3-year-olds are interesting for sure. I think what we really need to do is try and find a race for Snardsvelter, because we're at distance. It's a Grade 1 winner, and I think that's just kind of the best place to go, is to see can we win another Grade 1 with it. So I just remember that this is early season, so there aren't going to be that many graded races at the distance. There aren't going to be many feature races at the distance, and there certainly aren't going to be many or any Grade 1s at the distance. And Vindication is the same. Now, I might be willing to go Grade 3s on both, to be honest. And I don't like doing that. I don't like going back in grades, but there just aren't that races. I think an early season run would be okay for both of them. Um, Vindication did just win. I don't know if it needs another one. Pistol doesn't have distance. Turgeman has distance. Yeah, Turgeman actually makes more sense on this one. So Sunland on the 16th. And then maybe this 17th of Feb. It should be an easy win. If it's not an easy win, I know we're carrying extra weight, but like we are by far the best horse, and we're the only one to win. We've won a Grade 1. This is a Grade 3. If we can't win this, then there's a lot more questions going into Derby season. So I think that's where my head's gonna be on that. And again, there's some Grade 2s, Grade 2 in there. Haha. Yeah. Um, I mean that was a nice run. Right, it wasn't a perfect run, but we can up the grade basically. So maybe that's worth doing. 5-year a mile. Again, I don't really want to come back in grades. So we might have to wait till the Beholder, but that's fine, because I don't think we got another miler, do we? Yeah, we really don't, which is great. It's what we want. But everything's at like 1 mile 2 for most of our horses. So 5e is like 7 furlong to a mile, probably a mile. That's what we've learned. And then pistols 5 to 6 furlongs, probably 6 furlongs. That's kind of what we've learned. But yeah, that still leaves us 4 3-year-olds that are all in that mile to 2 furlongs, mile 1 furlong range, probably a mile 2. Don't, I really don't want to send Pistol out to Saudi Arabia. We went to Dubai. It didn't work. Saudi Arabia is not going to be any different, right? I think my only race is a little earlier than I'd wanted to be, but it's something they can at least race. For now, I'll book that. I guess, maybe, yes, sure. Okay, who's got? None of these got any distance yet. Okay. We got 5, 6, 6, 6, and 5. Okay. Who gets the 5? Now, I'm tempted to say Poppets, but I think we know more about Poppets than Substance Small, right? Don't know a ton about this horse. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look amazing. Just doesn't look bad. And I think, yeah, one, it's made, it's only raced once against 2. It's raced 20 odd days ago instead of 12, and this will also get it a grade, hopefully, and we'll see its rating, because the rating appears at the second race that you have. So that puts us in a good place, I think. You know, there aren't that many horses to still to book. So the 2-year-olds that we don't have graded races for yet. I'm not happy about some of these selections, but at the same time, I think again it's all we have, and we've kind of done that. You know, there's definitely times where we've just run horses that we probably shouldn't, but at the same time, I don't really care. And I'm looking here for the just maiden wins or something of that nature. No claiming races, no allowance races, no conditions races. Doesn't seem to be any. Sometimes there'll be one that does sneak in. So Finksat and Susie both have grade 1 winning sires. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. There's some decent rated horses. Was beaten comprehensively. I don't know whether decent ratings. Do they just race against good horses in the claiming race? I don't know. Huh. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go after the 2. So it's Susie and Thinkstar. Expensive horse, and then a cheap horse. And again, this is gonna go 2-3. Let's just get to 2-3. And they'll stop bidding. And then we can look at Susie, as long as Susie is not excitable. Good. That's a 5 furlong horse. Don't love that. 45 is enough. Let's get out the auction and take a look. Susie likes a muddy track. Definitely looks like a 5 furlong horse, more acceleration than speed. Doesn't look bad, honestly. Like I say, we like 50, 70. This is like 40, what's that, 37, 38, 65. It's not a ton away. Realistically, it's not a ton away. It's not good enough for us, but again, if you're like starting off a brand new save, if you look at the tutorial tips, tricks video series that I've got going on, like we do use horses like this to start saves, especially fillies and mares to put in the breeding banks. They're not bad. You're only chasing a potential, which someone that's won a ton of grade ones should have, even if their other bars aren't as good as you'd expect. It's one of the easiest bars I find to quote unquote fix through breeding. Got everything else I want, which is 70 extra speed. It's got closer to 80 and a full finish application. Everything else is kind of bonus in my kind of methodology of finding horses. I want 50 ability, I want 70 potential, I want 70 extra speed, I want a full finish, and we can work with that horse. Even if it's only his breeding stock, even if it's only like to win a bit of money here and there. I can win graded races with those horses. I can do something with those horses. At this point in our save, Susie needs to go. We don't resell her on to get the money back, A, because we don't need the money, but B, we don't want her breeding and putting other bad horses with those traits into the game, even though they might not be bad horses. Yeah, again, high acceleration, low stamina, looks very similar. Looks very similar, except doesn't even have extra speed or finish. So we paid, what, 4 times? Almost 5 times? Yeah, over 5 times. Um, for a worse colt who's laid back. I'll say that they are laid back. But Susie's also the better horse and a filly, a fifth of the price. Possibly distance, although 5 furlong to 6 furlong doesn't really matter. Very interesting. I kind of try and work out the breeding program sometimes, through this method of like trying to find why a horse is better than others, why bids are higher on some than others. I haven't really found reasons yet. I'm still looking. I'm still trying to debug the system to try and figure out how I can use that to inform my decisions. It just doesn't really work that way, sadly. I think there's a fair amount of guesswork and there's a fair amount of randomness just to it. So, that being said, yeah, we got a grade 2, which again is a step up. It's still at the distance we, almost could have won a grade 1 in South Africa. And I know the jockey feedback isn't great for a mile 1, but I like the horse. The breeding indicators there. I do feel it can do well. It's domestic, and it's not grade 1, it's a grade 2. We could be okay. There's not a ton here. There's 3 grade 2s and a grade 1. There's 3 ungraded. Like, I don't love this, but I also don't think it's the worst booking we've ever done. And you can have your say on that, what that kind of means in the comment section as well. Yeah, okay. So Demu Campanella says a little bit agitated. You see the pink triangle here again. A little bit agitated, a little bit too excited, won't settle. Blue means they settle really well. Like, it goes from pink to red for kind of bad, and blue to dark blue to on the good side of things. But if a horse is too relaxed going in, sometimes it also isn't the best. So I'd always prefer a blue triangle over a red one, but light blue is your friend. Light pink isn't the end of the world, but it does hurt a little bit. So they're probably out the race for me. Some of these horses are carrying extra weight because they've won grade 2s and a grade 1. We're the highest rated, lowest weighted, and we're in great form. There's a couple of the really good form horses like, Signore Morning, first, fourth, third, first, second, third last season, second this season. I mean, you look at that, 2 firsts, a second, 2 thirds, and a fourth. So what? One of our second places into a fourth. That's it. Except they haven't won a graded race. So, yeah. Like, I don't love it, but I feel good about where things line up for this race, if that makes sense. So, mile 1, Risen Star, Class 1 Grade 2 for 3-year-olds on dirt. We will be the favorite. As I say, low weight, high rated. We're off to an okay start, and then we dive to the back, slowly pulling into the field at the rear with Signator Morning, as I said, that right up behind. Is that Butler majority? Or is it Butter? I can't read that right now. Action Deck, Remote Links Renoir, Demo Capriosa, Chatsi Tonraya, Murfield Lux and Charlene Ali at the rear. 3 from home now, rounding the bend, coming now onto the home stretch. We're up into position, 1.5 to go then. I haven't seen much from us yet. It's time to kick on. Yeah, we're kicking on along with other horses. Half a furlong to go. 3 abreast, chasing down. 1 falls away. Signator Mooring falls away. Action Deck is right down on the outside. Charlene Ali just from nowhere coming up. Strong on the outside. They ran out of distance. And it's a win. And it's a grade 2. And it's a feature race. And it's just not impressed me at all. It's a good win. It's a nice win. Like 3 horses within a length of us. I feel we're a better horse than that. Like, unless these are going for derbies. Okay, Charlie and Ali going for derbies. It is Butler majority going for derbies. Action Deck isn't. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, maybe these are just slightly better horses than I was expecting. Maybe. I kind of thought it was a nothing field. We definitely got more horses that could have won. A few more graded races. Bunch of seconds and thirds and grade 2s and some grade 3s. Midfield at the juvenile fillies. Maybe it's a better field. We'll see. I think we will see on that one. And Jockey's happy. Jockey's happy. I mean, I can't be too mad, right? I can't be too mad. It's a grade 2, which is fine. We won a grade 3, then we were second in a grade 3, finding our distance. Third in a grade 1, second in a grade 2, second in a grade 1. Now we've won a grade 2. Like, I just feel this horse is better and possibly should have won or could have won all these races. And just little things weren't quite right. If that makes any sense. I'm really not sure about that horse. I'm really not sure. Oh my god. Okay, mile 2 is a new distance for us. I want to see this because it's a new distance, but it should be the correct distance, and it's a grade 3 that we should dominate unless the weight kills us. But this is a terrible field. Solid maiden win, nothing special. Less than a length, solid maiden winners. Okay, so 2 maiden winners that are okay but not impressive. One that was meh. 2 that haven't been able to do anything ever, especially not this season. And then 3 which haven't done anything and haven't even run this year. 5 low ratings. These ratings wouldn't be that high anyway. Probably 70 to mid 80 at most. Probably low 80s at most, actually. And we're sitting here at a 110 with a great record. Again, another horse which should have won maybe a little more, but has done quite well to date. Like, if someone's within 3 lengths of us at the end of this, I'm gonna be pissed. That's how big a win this should be. 1 mile 2, class 1, grade 3 for 3-year-olds on dirt. We got the inside track. We're late out the gate, but it shouldn't matter in this company. If someone's within 3 of us at the finish, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, this should be a 5, 6, 7, 8 length win against this field, from what I could see. Down the back stretch now, we got Shamil, Told You So, just in behind us now, starting to fall away slightly. They're coming back into it. They're putting a lot of work in as they come round the turn. The rest of the field does seem to have disappeared a little bit. Here comes Vaqueline Tyne. Final half a furlong. It's you know, it was comfortable. It was okay. It wasn't the win that I kind of wanted. It was almost 3. It wasn't quite 3. I don't like it. I don't feel happy with that race. Oh, yeah, we just won back-to-back races with 2 other horses, and I'm just like, oh, I don't like it. Like, rating went up. Pretty good ability and potential. So, again, I can't be too mad, right? Rating stayed the same. Potential didn't really move on Zaynat, but yeah, if we win all the races and like is by a short head, I shouldn't care. I will. I've just got this idea about some of these horses, and I kind of don't like when it goes wrong. Oh boy, so many 10 of 11s. Is that 4 10 of 11s, a 9 of 11, 5 of 7. And then for some reason they won the Woodford. Is that just a bad field? 6 6 5 6 9. Yeah, I just don't believe that's a good horse. I don't believe that's a good horse. But I kind of want to take a look at 2 of them. So, Marisa's got a good disposition, laid back. Breeding indicators a mile 4. And then Confetti, who I think is going to be trash. Oh my god. Full speed, almost full acceleration. You're not going to be anything good here. I really want you to be good now. Oh, that finish application's the only thing. That's the only thing. Uh, I, I, I think for 1 year, we'll take a look at it next year. For 1 year, we get her bred up and see if we can get that full finish application. And I just don't think she brings anything special. But she'll be okay, and then there's a randomness to play in. So Yeah. Confetti actually works. How are you such a bad racer with those stats? You need to get yourself a better jockey. Or run on a slower track instead of just good going for like your entire career. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. I I don't love either of them, but like for 2.5 million, we just got new horses. So yeah, Krabby's breeding with Officer Lily. That's fifth cover of the season, and then we'll go Knickerbocker Glory, Confetti, and Marissa. And there's only three that we haven't bred to Krabbies this season, and we're testing out a couple, and we're also gaining breeding distance with Kikos, who we kind of know what Kikos is. We understand that horse, so we can work on that one going forward. Terrible pistol. Um, basic grade 3's got a good shot. Kind of got killed in its last two runs, distance wise, and then in the UAE. Got killed at Newmarket. Yeah, this should be a win. Again, I think I'm looking at the field and not seeing anything crazy, and that we should be able to come in and do something here. Because if we can't do anything, then we've got big problems. I prefer the outside because stand side is best side apparently. 6 4 on class 1 grade 3 6-year-olds 3-year-olds and above on dirt, off quite well to the front, and we're going to go on the rails because I told him to be on the outside. So, of course, he's going to want to get boxed in on the rails. Good jockey, ignore my suggestions. Final furlong, the home stretch. Hamish McGonagall is there and is slowly pulling away, and oh my god, we're not even going to win. Beautiful. Finish third. Um, yeah. Okay. Can't win big races. Can't even win a small race. Low confidence. Never can have distance. Never going to be anything. As a racer, I don't think. No battling qualities, no cruising burst, no confidence, no consistency, no distance adaptability. Could be a really good jumper with just playing on a flat schedule. Great potential. And that ain't going to do it. So we're down a 3-year-old before the end of February. A little bit ruthless, but I believe that was the right call. I do believe that was the right call. Okay, why didn't you win your maiden? Who knows? It doesn't say anything crazy. I don't think you were. Your indicator doesn't show that it's probably distance related. You're not excitable. Just yikes. Kind of want to dip into auctions and try and find something, but like there's just not much here. There's just not much here. What do I do? What do I do? I think we just try and find something. Just that ain't it. Uh, I love it when this game just sort of like throws a spammer in the works and kind of like I'm kind of left scrambling because what I thought was gonna happen just isn't happening. I should have thought that way, right? That makes more sense. Um, yeah, and then I'm trying to figure out reasons why and kind of like trying to pivot and what do I do? Do I breed? Do I go ahead and retire the horse? Do I try a different tactic? Um, I like that I still get that way with Starzard. I still got the capability, even as much as I know, and as much as I kind of limit the scope of the game down to something very controllable for me, and what feels like every year in a save like this, I should have one runner which has kind of a shot at the Kentucky Derby, if not just top three in the Kentucky Derby every year. And the game still has the ability to just push me off kilter a little bit now and again to where I feel like I just don't know what the right answers are. I love that. I just love that it can still do that, and it kind of forces me to look at things from a different angle, re-examine things, kind of come at it a different way myself, and yeah, quite often I bounce back well. Sometimes I don't. There's definitely been times when I haven't, but I think I'm at my best when I make a decision and not overthink it, and I just stick with it. And so I feel like that pistol one was the same. Like high potential, we could breed it in, but it didn't have anything else. And I can get potential with game bred horses if I need to. I've also got people like Krabbies who have shown they've got enough potential to win big races. So I think that makes sense to me. This is a weird field. Okay. Only two graded horses that have never won. Okay? They both also raced really recently. Opposed to that, we got a couple of winners and, you know, the rest are all money horses anyway. They're on the top five. And the Noosa executive has got a blue triangle. They're very laid back. Yashila Chip, very laid back. Brushing Olwyn, very laid back. Valley Vren Aluska, very laid back. Steve Prospector, very laid back. Oh my god, what is this? Gonino Day That SJ. Very laid back. Blue triangles for the entire field apart from Ruby's Heartbeat and ourselves. Such a weird field. This is what you get with 2-year-old racing. Just sometimes it gets weird. And it's raining. Beautiful. We'll see what happens. Substance Small is out clean and not too badly. We got Gondino, Steed, and Brushing up with us. We got, who is that? Yashila Chip just making a break on the outside. Oh, we're getting held up. Race is done. We got caught in behind other horses. We got boxed in. That would have been a race between us and Yashila Chip. They went early on the outside. We were about to go, and then I think Gonino shut the door on us. Could have been Steed. I wasn't paying attention. I'm pissed. Like that's just a run for nothing. That's literally a run for nothing. We should have won. We should have done something. Denied the chance before we even started. Yeah. Yep. Game is doing its best to kick my butt. Oh, that's so annoying. What's sold? Grade 3 and nothing. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have gone for that one. Like the distance, no pedigree. Might not have gone for that one either. So I don't think we missed anything at the auction. Next auction I care about's gonna be on the 23rd. It's gonna be a breeder's sale. None of those 5 look any good. Okay, let's go find our races today. Hope we get a good winner to kind of get my head back in the right space. The Beholder Mile. Like, I don't know. I want to believe the 5's got this. We're going to be on the inside. And we're late out the gates. We are late out the gates. So, we're up in a decent position. Part of the chasing pack. We got Idle, Fancy, and Roller Go, Wajinski, Kildora, and Adihabi Dubai, I guess. And Dayanta up top. We are getting a position. We're in danger of getting blocked off. And we are going to get blocked off. We're going to get blocked off by Jinsky, who's now into the lead. Here comes Hamid Dubai. Oh my god, we're going to get killed. Like, we did get blocked off a tiny bit, but just that was a bad start. And then again, the jockey just running into bad alleys. It's not our jockey. I get that. But, like, it's skill maxed. Like, Jesus. How are we having these bad runs? Please just win by, like, just win by 2 legs. Please. 1 mile, 1 furlong, which I don't love the distance, but we're going to be the favourite. We're the best horse in this field. It's a grade 3. We should be winning. Again, by at least 3 lengths. Please just get the job done. Nobody's gotten the job done since those opening 2 races. And they weren't as impressive as they should have been. And it's gone downhill since then. I need vindication, and I need it from Fistful. Okay, round in the turn. We're in stalking position. We come out from the rail. Final 1.5 now as we come onto the home stretch. Fistful Vindication is going to drive for the line, is going to power through. Other horses are going to come through maybe. Strength alone is going to drop off back towards the rest of the pack. Fistful Vindication, my God, how are you the only one today to do what you're supposed to have done? All these races, nobody wins by enough of a margin to impress me until we get to Fistful Vindication. It's a grade 3. Why are you suggesting Kentucky Derby at the different distance and a grade? I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't understand. I don't understand. Terjman, please. Please. Like, I was in the rhythm. I was in the rhythm. 3 legs. Okay. That's fine. I guess 4 grade 3s is fine. Yeah. Is this our best horse? I don't think it is, but it's hard to argue against a horse which is showing up and doing it. When others that I thought were as good or better aren't. I say the Derby's tomorrow, everyone's raced, everyone's, well rested, they're fit. Maybe I would run Zaynab Morton, maybe. Don't know if I would run 5e Morton, but her distance has just changed without me noticing. Pretty sure when I booked that race, it was a mile. I guess it changed, and I kind of knew it had changed, maybe. I just didn't recognize it. Question mark. So that's Velta. I'd probably have to run, but I wouldn't feel super confident. A Vindication I'd feel the most confident in. I just, yeah, don't believe it's the best horse. Don't think there's much in a lot of them. I really think 5e's a good horse, but like, just what we gain. Some places we lose in others. I think that's going to be a really tough decision. That's going to be a really tough decision. Yeah, nothing for boys, nothing for girls. Really want a mile two. You're a mile two, you're a mile two, you're a mile two, you're a mile two, you're a mile two. All my 3-year-olds, we got rid of pistol, and then 5e jumped. So they're all at distance, and now we gotta find them races and test them at a mile two grade one. There aren't that many of them. I mean, this is Dubai World Cup. QE2 Derby. Do I just test everybody at 1-1? I know I can get distance at 1-2. I just don't know if I can get grade 1 with Tershman. Same with Vindication. I can get grade 1. I can get distance with Snatsvelta. I should be able to get distance with 5e. You can definitely get grade 1s. I'm in the conversation with Zaynab Morton. I don't know. I feel like we got bunch of horses here that can do something. I feel like we got a bunch of horses that can do something. And what that is, I'm not sure I fully know. I don't think I can go much later, right? Why am I looking at mile 2? There's the Arkansas, there's the Santa Anita, there's the Florida, there's Louisiana. That's all my derbies kind of done pre-Kentucky. This I feel like going after the Nabuda, which I'm not entirely sure I do. The Wood Memorial, which is fun, or the Bluegrass, which is probably more indicative. I think I just run that. I think I just run that. There's no races for the 5 or 6 year olds anyway, so 5 or 6 year old, 5 or 6 furlongs, 2 year olds. I'm second guessing everything right now. I think we just run these like as quickly as we can and just see what comes of it. 1 mile, 1 furlong. Louisiana Derby is a grade 2 for 3 year olds on dirt. Not a perfect test, but the best we got. We zoom in, we're against the rail, we're off okay. That's fine. Now we know Charlene Ali, of course, very late runner, will go very quickly up to the front at the end. We got a chance we're going to get blocked off again. Let's make sure that doesn't happen, please. Oh, we're going to go and get blocked off very early and have to fight back throughout the entire race. I see how it is coming round the turn. Our race might already be done. Looks like Butler Majority and Charlene Ali are done. Yeah, no, we got blocked off like 5 furlongs from home. Why do we get blocked off? Fuck. I'm getting pissed now. I'm getting pissed. I don't even want to watch the races. I just want to see the results to know if I got a derby runner. Because this whole season is dying in front of my eyes. Because stupid stuff is happening that I can't do anything about. I'm getting to full tilt mode, and I don't like being in full tilt mode because I make bad decisions very quickly. Can't even remember the other horse I wanted. It was Bell. It was Bell. Okay, okay. Which means I'm gonna have to wait around between the two horses. Yeah, it's like if I'm watching the races, they just don't run well. If I'm simulating, I can maybe get a better result. That's where my head's at right now. I can get a fairer result where they're not just gonna get blocked off for no reason. Because I've seen it happen 3 times, maybe even 4 times in those races I watched. Like, it's really annoying because we've got very limited time, very limited races, and we at this point it's like, okay, everyone's got a question mark either on a grade 1 as a 3 year old or the distance, or both, we've got these races. They're all a mile one. They're grade one, grade two. They're all the Derby build up. One extra. Let's just run them all in and get to the Kentucky Derby with an idea of at least who I can run or should run. And what's happened is we got so many question marks because of dumb stuff that wouldn't happen if I reloaded and did it again. So I'm left in this space now trying to figure out what I can do. I did not want an injury. Up to 1 week. Up to 1 week. Okay. That's going to make it really tight getting fit after that injury to run at the Derby. It's not out of the realms. It's not out of the realms. But it's like, it's so tight. It's unbelievable. It's so tight. It's unbelievable. I just, I don't even care about the auction. I don't even care about the auction. I don't even care that it's over time. Are you gonna be good? Yes. Okay. I don't know who gets what jockey. I don't know who gets what jockey either. I mean, maybe it's just the best jockeys, right? Maybe it's just the best jockeys. Do they all make it? They do. They they all make it. The high enough ratings. Okay, let's finish this out in a bang. This isn't the way I wanted it to go, but like, we're just gonna run all five because I can't make those decisions. I can't. I didn't get information on all these horses. Like I don't know anything. As long as I don't skip this race, which I shouldn't. And yeah, okay. Action Deck, Charlene Ali. Those are the two I remember. Tory audience seems to be the best horse in this field. Demure Caprioso we know as well. But yeah, Tory is the best horse, I think, in this field. Blue Silks with the yellow-orange circle star. 1 mile, 2 furlong, Kentucky Derby, Class 1, Grade 1, 3 rows on dirt here at Kentucky Downs. The blue grass is up and running, and we've got 5 of our horses in it. 3 of them are going to be right behind each other on the rails to begin. In fact, 4 of them are going to be right behind each other on the rails, and the other one's in the following pack. Don't know. Don't care. Not got expectations. 5 I like. Sanatsveld that I really liked. Those would have been my guests. Those would be my guesses. Sign Up Morton's at the back. Turgeman's up next. Then 5 just falling backwards. Oh, wow. That's great, isn't it? Final 1.5 then. Fistful Vindication is in the mix. Sanatsvelta is there, but is kind of not seemingly got the run. Towery Audience, the kind of horse we thought was going to be great, kind of dying at the line. Symphonic Gone at the end, and Charlene Ali from deep pushes us into third. I don't think running multiple really hurt us. They didn't get in the way. We didn't have our jockey on any of them. You were a good jockey. You were a decent jockey. You were a decent jockey. And you couldn't do anything. You were a very good jockey. And you were a pretty good jockey. Maybe Pratt on Svelta would have done something. Right now, I think the best horse in the field was Towery Audience, and we kind of got either side of them. Charlie Ali, of course, we know had a lot of pace. We're always going to worry about that pace from the rear of the field. And then Symphonic Gone actually had a really nice kind of early challenge, got up and stayed up as well. That was the first kind of challenge on the home stretch, and they made it count. Congrats to them. Yeah, they did so well. But like had a really bad race there, and we actually beat them when we sucked in the Arkansas Derby. So such a weird one. Such a weird one. Such a weird video. And like, what are you gonna do, guys? But like, I don't know. I had all these hopes, and the game just like smashed my skull against the wall until I couldn't think anymore. It just wouldn't allow me to see what I had. So, you're close enough. Let's put you in the main stable. And we'll... Wait, where's that horse? Why am I trying to put it in the main stable? Yeah. Yeah, I feel this is kind of a weird episode, and kind of like a letdown episode as well for me, but also for you guys. I don't know, man. Things got weird, and yeah, we never got anyone to run up. We had too many choices. Had to spread the races round. Just nothing went right at any stage. And so I couldn't really feel confident going after one horse. We went after 5. Didn't have bad runs. We didn't have great runs. And so no, I don't know. But it felt like the good 3-year-old horses at the start of the year. Right now, I think I've got 2 really good 2-year-olds. And so maybe next year will be better. I'm not really sure, but the Derby is done. We still got the Preakness, still got the Belmont if we fancy it. I'm not fully sure on that, but yeah, a little bit of a weird episode, a little bit of a disappointing end for me, but I appreciate you being here. Let me know in the comment section down below where you feel I went wrong, where you feel the game just kind of blocked us in the races, and just, do you agree with how I saw it happening? Like, I'd love some outside perspective on this video, cause yeah, yeah, I feel I was a little too gung ho over things, but like, I just don't think anything was going our way, and everything that I kind of wanted to see, I couldn't see, and then just too much chaos at that point to get things done. But yeah, comment section down below, please let me know your thoughts, and yeah, we'll just run the hell of these 3-year-olds, see what we can do. Probably put the 2 girls in the breeding barn, and then maybe just retire the 3 colts, because I don't really think that we'll be breeding from any of them unless they have a monster season from here on out. Um, yeah, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. As always, thank you very much for being here. Apologies for what it was. And yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back. We had a Triple Crown winner really early on. I think that set the bar so high. And I really thought we had the stats to make something happen this time. It just didn't line up that way, and maybe we just weren't good enough. But hey, I appreciate you guys being here and watching it with me. We'll see what happens next time. Till then, take care, stay safe, behave, and don't get caught if you can't.